Children of the light, children of the day, and soldiers of the cross. I want to just reflect today on the term evangelion, the good news. We all know that the gospel or the evangelion means the good news. Now, firstly, just a cultural reference of the time of the New Testament is usually the term good news or evangelion was used generally for good news of victory in battle. I think we live relative to those times in fairly peaceful times. Yes, I know the war in Israel and Gaza, and I know we all know about Russia and Ukraine. But in ancient times, war was a very, very regular and ongoing thing for most countries and most people. And if there was a successful battle on the battlefield, news would be sent of the evangelion, the good news of victory. Isn't it apt how Jesus, through his death and resurrection, gave us the good news, the spiritual, the eternal good news of our victory over sin and death and damnation? Did I remind you something today, that we all love to cling to the good news, but we forget that there's also bad news. The good news is that in Christ and born again in a relationship with him, we have salvation. We've escaped eternal damnation and the second death, as I've said, and we have eternity with our heavenly King. But we forget there's also bad news, and that those who do not come to salvation in Christ will spend eternity in damnation. We're so eager to focus on the good that we forget that there's terrible bad news as well. Romans 3:23 says, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. So keeping in mind the good news, let us live with dedication to Jesus and glorify and honor him and respect him and love him, but in fear of the bad news and the reality of the bad news. Share the gospel with your loved ones, your friends and family. It's the biggest gift you can give them. So I'll leave you with this question. When last did you share the salvation in Christ with someone you care for? Keep your eyes fixed on heaven.